Yo, this your boy, the real McCoy, coming at you, man. Talking about my Dallas Cowboys, man. I made a video, I made a video earlier about quarterback prospects. You know what I mean? For the 2016 draft. You know, possible franchise future quarterbacks. You know what I mean? After Tony Romo, once the Romo era is over. I'm a little bit earlier than as far as making draft videos, things like that. I usually don't do that to at the minimum late January, February, things like that. That's when I normally start doing it. But it's been a tough year for us. We've been eliminated from the playoffs, as you all know, and so I haven't really followed college football. So I go ahead and start looking at these guys here and seeing what's out there. And this particular video here talking about defense and just a few prospects, a few names that jumped off at me. Now I wasn't just looking at any old prospect, somebody that has to fit our scheme. You know, Rob Marinelli, Jason Garrett, the coaching staff, they all got extensions after the 12-4 season we had last year, and Rob Marinelli got a 3-year extension. You know, we run a 4-3 scheme. He doesn't really like to blitz. And he prefers to keep a single high safety, usually JJ Wilcox. And so I was looking for a specific player that could fit that scheme. So I wasn't looking for a 3-4 outside linebacker, that pass rushing linebacker, because that doesn't fit what we're looking for. That doesn't fit the scheme, should I say? You know. But the main thing I was looking for impactful guys who could create and wreak havoc, create turnovers. Because our defense couldn't do that. We couldn't generate turnovers. You know, I think as far as turnover differential, I think we were last in the NFL. Well, 2 games left. You know what I'm saying? But we're just not good at that. So that's what I was looking for. You know what I mean? Not a thorough breakdown, just a few names that stood out to me, and where they can fit into our scheme. One guy that stood out to me, Jalen Ramsey. I'm a big time Florida State fan, going all the way back. Not quite old enough to see Deion Sanders play, but I'm talking about Charlie Ward, Warwick Dunn, Sam Cooper, Derek Brooks, all the way back going up to the Bullware brothers, Peter Warwick. You know what I mean? Chris Winkie, things like that. So me being a Florida State fan, I know a lot about Jalen Ramsey, and you know with Jalen Ramsey. You know, very versatile, can play all the positions in the secondary. Outside corner, slot corner, nickel, dime, free safety, strong safety, come down in the box, blitz, off the edge, things like he can blitz from the nickel, from the slot corner position, all over the field. If you want to know about Jalen Ramsey out of Florida State, it's on YouTube, look up his game against Miami. Rivalry game on the road down in Miami in 2014. Florida State had to go down to Miami. That's Jalen Ramsey. He blocked the kick. He got the W. He sealed the game with a pick at the end of the game. I mean, he was all over the field in that game. I believe he's listed as like 6'1", right around 200 pounds, 202, something like that. About 200, 205. I don't think he has the quickness, and the speed to play outside corner. But versatile. I mean, what is some say his best spot is free safety. Some may say because he can blitz very well. He's very good at blitzing off the edge. Some say as a strong safety, he can tackle, bring him down in the box, an extra man in the box, and let him create havoc that way. Things like that. He said his straight line speed could hurt him at the next level, but his depth, his versatility, he kind of like a Byron Jones. You know what I mean? Just with better ball skills and way better ball skills than Byron Jones. You know, things like that, especially around the box, man. Blitzing, tackles for loss, things like that. He jumped off at the screen at me. Robert and Kamichi. I think I'm saying it right. Kamichi. You know I suck at names, man. The defensive lineman from Ole Miss. He played in the vaunted SEC West. A lot of people look at SEC West as the best competition. I think he's like 6'4", anywhere from 295 to 300. Play all across the defensive line. Kind of like Leonard Williams. Like I was high on Leonard Williams coming out of USC last year. He's not as versatile as Leonard Williams, but he played all across the line. He played zero technique, and when they had 3 down linemen, 5 technique. He played it all. I personally think his best position in a 4-3 scheme is a 3 technique. You know what I mean? With 3 technique, he can use his quickness and athleticism to beat guards. You know what I mean? And create havoc. Tackles for loss, sack, force fumble. And that's what I'm looking for. We need guys that can create havoc, create plays, and create turnovers. That's what we're looking for. When he plays a 5 technique outside rushing the passer, bigger tackles can kind of, I ain't gonna say push him around, but they can kind of overpower him a little bit. And he doesn't really have pass rushing type of skill set. You know what I mean? He's a come at you straight, and if you block him, he doesn't really have anything else after that. You know, I think he's better at guard. You know, when they played Alabama, I don't know who Alabama's right guard is, but it was 2 plays that stood out to me when I did study him, where, you know, he hit Alabama's guard, knocked him on his butt, and then another time he did a spin move off of him, got a tackle for a loss. I think it was a sack. You know what I mean? So, but I think 3 technique is where he's at. Maybe him and Tyrone Crawford can do some things. DeMarcus Lawrence showed some flashes. Randy Gregory. Now, someone said we need a pass rusher. Greg Hardy didn't do anything. He may not return. But at some point, you don't want to keep getting picks at the same positions over and over and over. At some point, DeMarcus Lawrence, Greg Hardy, if he comes back, or Randy Gregory, you guys, they just got to play better. You know what I mean? You need to play better. Because as of right now, like I said before, with a loss to the Jets, it's early. It's just so early. With a loss to the Jets, we have the 4th pick in the draft. You know what I mean? And you don't want to use that pick on something that we already have. You know what I mean? What we got, sometimes those spots just need to play better. We need a defensive tackle. You know what I mean? Robert Meach, I know Robert from Ole Miss. He could fill out that spot. Doesn't have the prototypical upper body strength, things like that. He can work on that. Like DeMarcus Lawrence, he definitely got stronger since his rookie year, no doubt. He showed some flashes this year. I think the same thing could be said for Randy Gregory next year. Get the upper body strength, but his quickness he can beat some guards. Going against Zach Martin and Travis Frederick and our rookie this year, Lyle Collins. Going against those guys, he'll definitely get better, and he'll make them better as well, no doubt about it. I like him, man. I like him a lot, all across the defensive line. But I believe his best position is 3 technique, in my opinion. Another guy in the SEC that stood out to me is Vernon Hargreaves III, the corner from Florida. University of Florida. He's like 5'11", right around 200 pounds, something like that. Very quick, very fast, quick feet, fast feet, good technique, things like that. He can come in and tackle, because Brandon Carr, that guy can't tackle. His cover skills aren't horrible, they're okay, you know what I mean, but he can't tackle. He can't make a solid tackle to save his life. This guy Hargreaves isn't as big as Brandon Carr. You know what I mean? Definitely more athletic, faster, things like that. But he can tackle. But with Hargreaves, he's a little smaller. And some guys are at the top of their route coming out of their breaks. They can kind of push him around a little, overpower him. He's not that big. But, you know, his ball skills are better than Brandon Carr and Mo Claiborne's. You know what I mean? Cover skills, quicker, faster, athletic. Technique is pretty good. Pretty good ball skills. He also did punt return for Florida. You know what I mean? Things like that. Can go up and get the ball, create turnovers. You know what I mean? That's what we need. Guys that can create turnovers on defense. Hargreaves can do that at the corner position. I think in 2014, when Florida went out to Alabama, he was matched up, not the entire game, a few plays here and there. He was matched up against Amari Cooper out of Alabama. And Amari Cooper got the best of him, but Amari Cooper is big time, man. Amari Cooper is big time, you know. But I definitely like Hargreaves, man. You know, would you draft the corner? Right now, it's early. We got the 4th pick. Would you draft the corner, top 5, top 10 pick? You know what I'm saying? Some say no. I mean, you know what I mean? But we need guys that can create turnovers. He jumped out at me, you know. Now, the one guy who most people are extremely high on, as they should. So I didn't really follow college football that much this year, but when I watched the little bit I did see of this guy, I said, wow. And that's Jalen Smith, the linebacker out of Notre Dame. Just athleticism, speed, sideline to sideline speed against outside runs are just too easy for him. Just athleticism, man. Explosive athleticism. Just wow. Wow. Incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. Now, He played middle linebacker. I think he's like 6'2", 235, thin frame. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a big frame. So I wanted to study him and, you know, and see like how does he handle against inside runs at middle linebacker. And, you know, there were some plays where guards and center would kind of, you know, push him back a little bit, like, you know, about 5 yards off the ball, and he would, you know, do his block shedding, things like that. But there were other times, like when they played USC, I saw in the USC center came at him to block him. He hit him and knocked USC center right on his butt, and he helped get a tackle for loss. I was like, whoa. For the most part, he holds his own. He holds his own against the run, against big guards and centers and things like that. He holds his own in the middle of the field. But, man, you put this guy in space. I mean, he has athleticism where some teams might look at Jalen Smith as a safety. I mean, his athleticism is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Inside linebacker, coming off the edge, standing up, rushing the passer, things like that. In space, great open field one-on-one tackler. Great at that. I think as far as our defense, our best open field tackler is probably Byron Jones, the rookie. You know what I mean? I say Sean Lee. Sean Lee and Byron Jones. Well, this guy, Jalen Smith, his athleticism, now he is a guy that take him number 4 overall. I mean, wow. I haven't seen, I mean, you guys may think I'm completely lost my mind with this, but as far as a guy who played middle linebacker, his athleticism, the first person came to mind for me, I know I might sound crazy, is Lawrence Taylor. He doesn't rush the passer like the way Lawrence Taylor does. I'm just saying athleticism and just speed and wow. That was wild because I had heard Jalen Smith's name. You know what I mean? I hear it because I didn't really follow college football. I heard his name and I finally looked him up, and that was my first impression reaction was just, wow, this guy's a middle linebacker. When I saw his measurables, I said he must be a safety or at least an outside linebacker. He played middle and he held his own against inside runs. Outside runs that go to the outside, I get bounced to the outside, the sideline speed, that's easy for him. Easy. He's running guys down, no problem. You know, say when you look at his frame, even the Cowboys, we might look at him as safety. He has that type of athleticism as a strong safety. He doesn't have the biggest frame, but he's physical. He'll take on a pulling guard, center, or fullback, whoever shed that block, make that tackle. Just wow to me. He has a top 5 talent, no doubt. These other guys, Jalen Smith, the Hargraves, Kendichi Robert from Ole Miss, maybe, but Jalen Smith is definitely top 5 talent, man. I mean, if I don't really want him, I mean, I don't know for 60 minutes of football if he could play middle linebacker and, you know, and do, because no, Sean Lee has injury problems. But in Sean Lee injury problems, they do stem all the way back to his Penn State days at college. Jalen Smith been fairly accurate, fairly healthy, is what I'm saying. But I don't know if he can play middle for 60 minutes for 16 games. I don't know. I'm not saying he can't. I just, with that his frame, I don't know. If McClain can play better, stay healthy, maybe we can move Sean Lee to strong side if he can stay healthy, and we can have Jalen Smith. I mean, maybe about the 4th pick, he might be gone already. You know. Anyway, it's still early. Still got 2 games left in the season, man. I just wanted to do that real quick. Go ahead and get started on working on the draft board and seeing what's out there. Those were a few guys who stood out to me. Guys who can create havoc, wreak havoc, and create turnovers. You know what I mean? That's what I was looking for personally. And those guys stood out to me that can do that. Another guy that I need to go study is the guy from UCLA. Miles Jack. His name popped up. I need to go look at him as well. Those are a few guys that stood out to me. My next video, I'm going to probably do skill positions, wide receiver, running back, things like that. We don't need offensive lineman or a first-round quarterback, things like that. But, you know, skill position, you know, we need help all across the board. So I'm going to do a video with a few guys that stood out to me as far as from the skill position offensively and go from there. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think, Cowboys Nation, man. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Say this is early. It's real early right now. Another guy's his draft stock could rise. We still got bowl games going on, so you know we'll see. We'll see. But let me know what you guys think, Cowboys Nation, man. This your boy, the Real McCoy, man. I'm out. Peace.